Hello and welcome to First Light's Quantum Corner. I'm your host Renaya. If not already, subscribe and notify up and immerse yourself in science and beyond. So let's solve what are months, weeks, and holidays together. First, let's define weekday, month, and holy day, that is, holiday. Scripturally, a weekday is one of 7 days that constitute a week, with each day standing from sunrise to sunrise, and not sunset to sunset or midnight to midnight as the heathen nations proclaim. As it is written in Jubilees chapter 2, verse 9, the Lord appointed the sun as a great sign above the earth for days, Sabbaths, months, festivals, years, Sabbaths of years, jubilees, and all times of the years. Second, a month is a period of 30 days with an intercalary day occurring every third month. This is attested to in ENOCH chapter 72, so do read the entire chapter during your own time of study. Finally, a holy day or holiday is a rest day devoted to fellowship and righteousness. Granted, the modern meaning of holiday extends to any day sanctioned by federal and or local government. However, as far as etymology is concerned, the two are connected and indeed are the same. Now from part 6 we learned that the Galatians were turning back to weak and beggarly elements, and per verse 10 were observing days and months and times and years in homage to such elements. We also discovered that Paul had a similar conversation with the Romans, who also worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Finally, since the word is living and active, quick and powerful, we concluded that both Galatians chapter 4 verse 9 through 10 and Romans chapter 1 verse 25 have relevance still in today's society. But the question is how? How is the word living and active? And aren't the only people who still observe days and months and times and years the Jewish people? To answer these questions, we must examine what we have today, namely our nomenclature for time, because strictly speaking, it should only be associated with numbers since time is numerical. That is, it proceeds forward and therefore is additive. And to kick things off, we start with this question: what do the days of the week mean? First up is Sunday, and it pays homage to the god of the sun, Sol Invictus, who is said to rule over the element of gold and is symbolized by a radiant halo around the head or body. Second is Monday, and it pays homage to the goddess of the moon, Munda, who is said to rule over the element of silver and is symbolized by the crescent moon. Third is Tuesday, and it pays homage to the god of war, Twig, who is said to rule over the element of iron and is symbolized by the spear of Mars. Fourth is Wednesday, and it pays homage to the god of financial gain, Woden, who is said to rule over the element of Mercury and is symbolized by two snakes wrapped around a winged staff. Fifth is Thursday, and it pays homage to the god of thunder, Thor, who is said to rule over the element of tin and is symbolized by the eagle. Sixth is Friday, and it pays homage to the goddess of fertility, Frigg, who is said to rule over the element of copper and is symbolized by the rose. Seventh is Saturday, and it pays homage to the god of time, Saturn, who is said to rule over the element of lead and is symbolized by the sickle. So question: which of these elements and symbols are still desired and are widespread today? Simple: all. And why? Because the civilization's icons are established by those whose culture they belong to. Which begs the following question: what ancient nation is ruling and influencing us now? And the answer is Rome. From our Greco-Roman education to our Roman Colosseums known as sports arenas, quite literally everything converges on Rome. Going forward, we ask a similar question of months as we did of days. That is, what does the name of each month mean? Well, first we have January, which pays homage to Janus, the god of beginnings, who was symbolized as having two faces since he looked to the past and the future. Second, we have February, which pays homage to Februus, the god of purification, who was thought to avert evil spirits and purify, releasing health and fertility. Third, we have March, which pays homage to Mars, the god of war again, since this was the time of year that men went to war. Fourth, we have April, which pays homage to Venus, or Aphrodite, the goddess of fertility, since this was the time of year that trees and flowers begin to open. 5th, we have May, which pays homage to Mare, the goddess of growth, since this was the time of year that trees and flowers, which had been open in April, now grew. 6th, we have June, which pays homage to Juno, the goddess of marriage, since this was the time of year that favored marriages. 7th, we have July, which pays homage to Julius Caesar, the Roman general who played a critical role in forming the Roman Empire. 8th, we have August, which pays homage to Augustus, the Roman statesman who was the first emperor of the Roman Empire. 9th, we have September, and interestingly, it means 7th month. And 10th, we have October, which means 8th month. And 11th, November, which means 9th month. And 12th, December, which means 10th month. Now, did you catch that? The enumeration of the last 4 months and the exclusion of month 11 and 12. So what exactly does it mean? It means the Romans once considered the winter months nameless, but knew the year began in spring, unlike us. Now going forward, let us examine our final category, holidays. Namely, what is the story behind two of the most popular holidays? First up is Easter, which pays homage to Ishtar, who is among other things the goddess of fertility. Hence, the reason why eggs are always abundant at this time of year. Furthermore, the entire Gregorian calendar we utilize is based upon this holiday and was the sole reason why Pope Gregory XIII did away with the Julian calendar to correct an error in the calculation of the date of Easter. And while on the topic of Easter and fertility, guess what occurs 9 months later like a real pregnancy? You got it. Christmas. Coincidence? Not in the least, for it is the annual winter rebirth of Satan and of death, of the mighty hunter Nimrod, in the incarnate form of December 25th born Tammuz, the son of Ishtar, that is, the egg of Easter. And for those of you unfamiliar with Ishtar, she was also known as Semiramis, Ashtoreth, Inanna, Venus, Aphrodite, and Frigg, to name a few. Furthermore, she possessed epithets such as the Queen of Heaven and Mother of God. Thus, it was Ishtar who conceived her son Tammuz by immaculate conception by the rays of the sun god Baal, and in the process formed much of what we consider Christianity today. Her life also explains why the Madonna and Child is found in nearly every civilization, for after the Tower of Babel, only the common tongue that transmitted her wicked deeds was forgotten, and never the deeds themselves. For in truth, December 25th has nothing to do with the birth of the true Messiah. And how could it be? For isn't it called the Mass of Christ? Christ's Mass? Anyone who knows anything about the Mass knows it is a celebration of death. And so in reality, December 25th is a celebration of disarray, of the way, the truth, and the life being corrupted, and the rise of the father of deception, of Satan himself. The same Satan who as a roaring lion walketh about seeking whom he may devour, and who empowered Nimrod to become a mighty hunter so as to seek after the same satanic promise once dangled before Eve, Godship. And when you know, once you delve into paganism, you discover the true nature of Christmas. That is, this day pays homage to Odin, also known as Woden, who has been suggested even in several sources as being the devil. For Odin is the Norse god of death, war, battle, sorcery, and frenzy that leads the world annually into what is known as the Wild Hunt, a hunt known for tearing men to shreds and bringing forth either dead loved ones or severed limbs. But if this is so, does this make Santa, decked out in devil's red and named anagrammatically Satan, the bringer of the living death? And can't we just focus on the good portion of holidays, like the reuniting of family and the joyous experience of children? Well, tune in next time as we discuss our Christianized holidays wrong. Anyway, thanks for your support, and aid us in observing creation by simply leaving a thumbs up. This is Renaya with Quantum Corner, signing out. Shalom.